Hello, Colorado! Whether you're a lifelong resident or just passing through, there's something truly special about this time of year in the Centennial State. The air is crisp, the aspens are gold, and the landscape is painted with the last vibrant colors of fall. It's a breathtaking transition, and you can almost feel the anticipation in the air as the seasons begin to shift. With every chilly morning and dusting of snow on the foothills, winter is on our minds. The first flakes signal more than just a change in scenery. They mark the start of a season that shapes our lives in countless ways. Our winter forecast isn't just small talk. It's a daily concern that influences everything from our morning commutes to our weekend plans. Whether you're heading to work in Denver or packing up the car for a mountain adventure, knowing what's coming can make all the difference. Snow drives our economy, especially the ski industry. A good snow year means bustling resorts, full hotels, and happy visitors from around the world. It's the lifeblood of our winter tourism, supporting thousands of jobs and local businesses. But snow is more than recreation. It's our water supply for the year ahead. As the snowpack melts, it feeds our streams, fills our reservoirs, and sustains our communities through the dry months. A healthy snowpack is vital for everyone. Farmers rely on it to irrigate crops, cities depend on it for drinking water, and our rivers need it to support wildlife and recreation. Of course, winter also brings its share of challenges. Icy roads can make travel treacherous, heavy snow can strain our homes and power grid, and cold snaps test our preparedness. It's a season that demands respect and readiness. That's why an early winter outlook matters so much. It gives us a chance to prepare, stocking up on supplies, winterizing our homes, and planning ahead for whatever Mother Nature has in store. Today, we'll break down the big weather patterns shaping our winter. From shifting jet streams to the influence of El Niño and La Niña, we'll explore what's driving the forecast this year. We'll see what these patterns mean for Colorado's temperatures and snowfall. Will it be a mild winter, or are we in for a season of deep powder and frigid nights? And we'll share practical tips to help you get ready, from winterizing your home to building an emergency kit for your car. Preparation is key to staying safe and comfortable all season long. As we stand here on September 28th, the first hints of winter are already in the air. It's the perfect time to look ahead and see what the coming months might bring for Colorado in 2025 to 2026. This is a journey we take together every year. Neighbors helping neighbors, communities coming together, and everyone keeping an eye on the sky. So let's get our first look at the season ahead. Ready? Let's go. The adventure of winter in Colorado is just beginning, and together we'll be prepared for whatever comes our way. To truly understand what shapes our winter here in Colorado, we have to look far beyond our own backyard. The story actually begins thousands of miles away, out over the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. It's here that a powerful climate phenomenon unfolds, known as the El Niño Southern Oscillation, or ENSO for short. This cycle of warming and cooling in the Pacific has a huge influence on weather patterns across the globe, including right here at home. This year, all signs are pointing to a moderate to strong La Niña event. That means cooler than average waters are spreading across the central and eastern Pacific, and those changes ripple outward, shaping the weather we experience all winter long. During La Niña, the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above us, tends to shift northward. This allows cold air from Canada to spill down into the northern and central Rockies, often favoring Colorado's northern and central mountains with more frequent and heavier snowfalls. When La Niña is strong, meteorologists have increased confidence in a colder, snowier pattern for these regions. But it's important to remember that every La Niña is a little different, and no two winters play out exactly the same way. For the Front Range, including Denver and nearby cities, La Niña can be a bit of a wild card. While the mountains often get buried in snow, the city itself may see less, unless a big upslope storm develops, bringing heavy snow right to our doorsteps. The exact path of each storm system is what matters most. Sometimes we just get a few flurries that barely dust the ground. Other times, the storm track lines up perfectly, and we find ourselves in the middle of a full-blown blizzard. La Niña sets the overall stage for the season, but local weather patterns and sudden shifts can always bring surprises. In Colorado, rapid changes are just part of the winter experience. With this year's strong La Niña, we're especially watching for above-average mountain snow. Great news for ski resorts and anyone who loves winter sports. But there's also the potential for major city storms, especially if the right conditions come together. Even one big storm can make a huge impact on travel, schools, and daily life. That's why meteorologists are closely tracking the path of every system. The difference between a quiet week and a major snow event can come down to just a few miles in the storm track. So, stay tuned. This winter could keep us all guessing with surprises around every corner. Whether you love snow or dread the shoveling, it's sure to be an interesting season. Let's take a closer look at what else meteorologists are watching as this La Niña winter unfolds. Predicting a season is like solving a giant, ever-changing puzzle. Each year, meteorologists gather countless pieces of information, trying to fit them together to reveal what the coming months might hold for Colorado. It's a process that requires both scientific expertise and a bit of intuition, as no two winters are ever exactly the same. La Niña is just one piece of this complex puzzle. When La Niña is active, it means cooler waters in the Pacific, which can shift weather patterns across North America, including Colorado. But relying on La Niña alone would be like trying to finish a puzzle with only the corner pieces. We also closely monitor the Arctic Oscillation, or AO. When the AO turns negative, it can open the door for frigid Arctic air to spill southward, bringing sudden cold snaps and even blizzards to the region. This pattern can dramatically change the outlook for a Colorado winter. Another important clue comes from Siberia. The amount of snow cover there in October can influence the jet stream and in turn our winter weather. A snowier Siberia often signals a higher chance for colder, snowier conditions in Colorado, as the cold air builds up and eventually makes its way across the globe. To make sense of all these signals, we use long-range computer models that crunch massive amounts of global data. These models simulate possible weather patterns for the months ahead, giving us a glimpse into the future. But even the best models have their limits. They can't capture every twist and turn of the atmosphere. That's why we compare many different models, looking for agreement among them. When several models point to the same outcome, our confidence in the forecast grows, but when they disagree, it's a sign to dig deeper and look for more clues. History is another valuable tool. We study past La Niña years and other similar patterns to see how Colorado weather responded. These historical records help us spot trends and avoid being misled by short-term fluctuations. These analogs, years with similar conditions, give us important context. By comparing the present to the past, we can fine-tune our forecast and make more accurate predictions for what's ahead. In the end, forecasting is a blend of high-tech science and old-fashioned detective work. We use cutting-edge technology but also rely on experience, pattern recognition, and a healthy respect for the unexpected. No single signal tells the whole story. It's the combination of all these clues, ocean temperatures, atmospheric patterns, snow cover, computer models, and history, that helps us see the bigger picture. When the clues start to line up, we get a much clearer idea of what to expect. It's a moment of excitement and anticipation for meteorologists and weather enthusiasts alike. This year, all the signals are pointing toward a classic Colorado winter, one that could bring plenty of snow, cold temperatures, and the kind of winter scenes we know and love. So, what does that mean for temperatures? Let's take a closer look at what you can expect in the months ahead. The early outlook? Colder than average for much of Colorado. Expect more frequent and intense cold snaps, especially from December through February. Arctic air plunges south, dropping temperatures fast. Think 50s one afternoon, single digits the next morning. The mountains will feel the chill even more, which is great for ski resorts and snow quality. Cold air means light, fluffy powder and better snowmaking. Along the I-25 corridor, prepare for days where highs barely reach the teens. This puts stress on homes, cars, and infrastructure. Frozen pipes and dead batteries are common. Now's the time to check your furnace and winterize your car. Being proactive is key to handling a cold Colorado winter. Bundle up. This season will test your layers. But what about the snow? Snow lovers, rejoice! The outlook is promising, especially for the mountains. La Niña's storm track favors big snow for places like Steamboat, Winter Park, and Summit County. Above-average mountain snowfall means a deep snowpack, crucial for our water supply and drought relief. For Denver and the Front Range, it's more complicated. Sometimes we're in a snow shadow, sometimes we get walloped by upslope storms. Expect a boom or bust pattern, maybe a few big storms instead of steady snow. Be ready for major events that could close schools and offices. The potential for disruptive snow is higher than normal. Have your shovel and snow plan ready. This winter could bring some memorable storms. Let's learn from winters past. To understand what's ahead, let's look back at 2013 to 2014, a La Niña winter with similar signals. That year brought persistent cold and several major Arctic outbreaks. Denver saw days where highs never broke zero, a reminder of how harsh it can get. The mountains thrived, with resorts reporting well above average snowfall and a healthy snowpack. But the cold strained infrastructure, frozen pipes, power outages, and treacherous roads. The Front Range had inconsistent snow, big storms followed by long dry spells. It was a classic boom or bust La Niña pattern. The lesson? Prepare for both extreme cold and heavy snow, even if it's not consistent. Winter is a marathon, not a sprint. Early preparation, winterizing your home, checking your car, stocking emergency kits, is essential. Take warnings seriously. Don't wait for the first storm. That winter taught us to respect Colorado's extremes. Let's use those lessons this year. Colorado's mountains are the main character in our weather story. When moist air hits the Rockies, it rises, cools, and dumps snow. This is orographic lift. That's why ski resorts get buried while Denver stays dry. After crossing the mountains, air sinks and dries out, creating a snow shadow for the Front Range. But the mountains can also help create our biggest city snowstorms, upslope events. When winds come from the east, moist air is forced up the foothills, leading to blizzards in Denver. The direction of the wind is everything. West means mountain snow, east means city snow. That's why meteorologists obsess over wind direction during storms. Understanding this explains why weather can change so much across short distances. In Colorado, topography is destiny. Now let's talk about how you can prepare. With a cold, snowy winter ahead, preparation is everything. Start with your home. Get your furnace checked, seal windows and doors, and insulate pipes. For your car, check your tires, test your battery, and pack a winter survival kit. Blankets, snacks, water, and an ice scraper. Prepare a home emergency kit. Flashlights, batteries, food, water, and medications. Power outages can happen. Be ready. Dress for success. Layers are key. Base, warm middle, and waterproof outer. Don't forget a hat, gloves, and boots. Take it slow on icy roads, and if conditions are bad, stay home. Early action saves headaches later. A little preparation goes a long way. Colorado winters reward those who plan ahead. Stay patient, stay safe, and enjoy the season. The right gear and mindset make all the difference. Let's face winter with confidence. Now let's wrap up. That's our first look at winter 2025 to 2026. A strong La Niña points to a colder, snowier season, great for skiers and our water supply. But with the excitement comes the need to prepare for Arctic blasts and major storms. Remember, forecasts give us the big picture, but surprises are part of Colorado's charm. Stay informed, stay flexible, and check your local forecast often. We'll keep you updated as the season unfolds. Winter is a challenge, but also a celebration of what makes Colorado special. Bluebird days, fresh powder, and quiet snowy mornings await. With a little preparation, we can enjoy all the beauty and adventure winter brings. Embrace the season, stay safe, and think snow. Thanks for joining us. Here's to a classic Colorado winter. See you on the slopes.